Volvo buyers looking for an SUV had two choices: the raised wagon XC70 or the large 7-passenger XC90. The XC60 is Volvo's attempt to bridge that gap while still delivering the safety features that Volvo buyers are looking for. While the steering has decent heft and weighting, it doesn't really communicate much of the road feel back to the driver. That doesn't make it nearly as engaging as some of its competitors. On our emergency handling course, the XC60 was safe and secure, but it reached its limits relatively early. Overall, the XC60 doesn't have a very impressive ride. It's relatively stiff, and on both highways and low-speed roads, imperfections come through. We opted for the 3-liter turbocharged 6-cylinder version of the XC60. It delivers really good performance, but it comes at a price, 17 miles per gallon overall. Braking performance was good, with short stops in both wet and dry conditions. One of the features we got is the technology package. That includes distance sensing cruise control. What that does is when it's active, keeps a safe distance between you and the car ahead of you while using cruise. If you turn that off, there's another feature that'll actually warn you if it senses that you're getting too close to the car in front. Another safety feature in the XC60 is lane departure warning. Basically what happens is that if you're driving along and you cross over a line in your lane, it'll alert the driver. We found that it works really well on highways, not so great on rural country roads. We were surprised that the car didn't have the blind spot warning system called Bliss. We've used that in other Volvos that we've tested and really liked it, but we're shocked to find out that it's not part of the technology package that we opted for. Another safety feature that's missing is a rear view camera. It's not part of the technology package. In fact, you have to opt for the navigation system just to get that. We really liked most of the XC60's interior. For example, there's some nice materials such as the leather seats, the soft touch dash, and the aluminum look trim on the center waterfall stack and around some of the gauges. Some of the buttons here, they're a little small and they're a little low on the dash. That makes it kind of hard to see them, and they lack contrast in certain light. So again, it's tough to get to them. One drawback to this aluminum look center stack is this edge. It's a little sharp, and some drivers felt that they banged their knee against it. Also, the seats are really comfortable, but they're of a very slippery leather, and the bottoms are very flat, so some people felt that they slid around a lot in them. One thing we didn't like is the two-step starting procedure. You basically have to take the key and put it into the slot where it's pulled forward. You then press a button to start the engine. When you're done, you have to press a button to stop the engine, press the key, and have it eject itself. It's kind of a silly procedure. Getting into the back seat of the XC60 is a bit of a challenge. First, the door opening's narrow, and then once you get through, there's a really small footwell here. Plus, there's not a lot of knee and leg room, so your knees and legs are butted up against the back of the seat. However, once you're in, it's actually pretty pleasant. The seats have nice thigh support, the backrest is a good angle, and there's plenty of headroom. One really nice feature in the XC60 are these child booster seats. The cargo area of the XC60 is relatively average, but one feature we really liked are the 40-20-40 split seats. You could drop the center section independently of the sides. For really long items, not only can you fold these seats flat, but you can drop the front seat as well. So the XC60 doesn't really distinguish itself from the competition in terms of ride, handling, or interior comfort. Where it does stand out is all of its available safety features. But opting for those features really raises the base price.